Welcome back to another video about CS50 Python. We are still in week 0, functions and variables. We've already solved 3 problem sets: indoor voice, playback speed, and making faces. So in this video, we're going to talk about math or physics, or actually both. How's that? Let's find out.
This is CS50.
Before we move on to the problem sets, we have to know what is meant by power in math and how to apply this in Python. Power, which is called exponent, it means raising a number to the power of another number. How's that? If we say x to the power of y, it means raising x to the power of y. Here, x is the base number and y is the power or exponent. In other words, how many times you multiply x to itself. Let's take an example. If we say x is 8 and y is 2, so 8 to the power of 2 will equal 64. How is that? We multiply 8 by itself 2 times. Let's try to apply this in the pie chart. X to the power of 2, it means x multiplied 2 times. What is the operator in Python to write the exponentation or power? It's a keyword called double asterisks or double stars. So 8 to the exponent of 2, we will write it like this: 8 double stars 2, it will equal 64. So back to the problem set. If we read the problem set, they are telling us that if you haven't studied physics recently or ever, you might have heard that E, which is the energy, equals mc power of 2, wherein E represents energy measured in joules, m represents mass measured in kilograms, and c represents the speed of light measured approximately as 300 million meters per second. So we have the value of c here is 300 million seconds. Essentially, the formula means that mass and energy are equivalent. They are interchangeable. So we need to have the value of the mass to get the energy. So the formula will go like this. So E, which is the energy, equals the mass, which is m, multiplied by 300 million to the power or exponentation or exponent of 2. How to apply this in the program? Mass as a variable equals input, but watch out, because input, it will have the output as a string. So instead of only input, we will write int of input, and here let's show a message which is m. Then we will print the formula. The formula would be, let's have the format value, or before the format value, we will have another variable for the energy, which will equal the same formula over here. It will equal the mass, which we will get from the user, which is the m, multiplied by 300 million to the exponent of 2. We don't put these into brackets because we have the priority of the exponent over the multiplication. If we have both exponent and multiplication in one sentence in math, the exponents or the exponentation or the power has a priority over multiplication. 3 multiplied by 2 to the exponent of 3. The normal result, which will be 2 multiplied by 2, it will be 4 multiplied by 2, it will be 8. So 8 times 3, it will be 24. Here we know that the power has a priority, or we can feel free to add this between brackets. Then we print out the value of E, and let's show E before and then the format brackets, which will be E. And let's check that out. Python of Einstein .py, if m is 50, so this is the result. Let's check this result back here. So f50, this is going to be the result. Let's check if it's 1. Activate the program again. If it's 1, it will be 9 and all these zeros. What if I want to add this into a function? So the function here will print the output. So we can define Einstein here, which will take mass as an argument. And here we can define main, and main will have the input. So main will have the input for the mass. So we don't need the input here. Instead, we need to create the energy variable here. So the energy variable will take the mass, which will take its input from main. Energy will equal mass multiplied by 300 million to the exponent of 2, and it will print out the energy value. Let's try that out. Before this, we have to call main. So if name, before we do this, we have to call the function itself. So the function will take mass as an argument. So if name equals to main, then please call main. And let's try that out once again. So Einstein.py, define function. We have forgotten the semicolons. Let's try again. Name error, name okay. So the name here is a problem. It's good to find out your errors. So 50, it will equal the same result. If we call the function again and we write 1, so we have the same right output. Back to the site, and we, as usually, we have to check before we submit. I've already created the directory called Einstein, as they are telling us here, the directory Einstein, and change directory to Einstein and code the application name. So we change the directory here, and here we have the application. We can copy the same code here and paste here and try the check 50. Copy this here, check 50. Everything works fine. At that time, we can submit 50 and enter yes to continue uploading the problem set. Thank you so much. See you in the next problem set.